Aloha, Dr. Max here today. I'm talking to you from a place of little tiredness, just feeling better after a few days of stomach ache. It's also pouring rain, so I thought it's the perfect moment to do a video on being imperfect. Um, so this whole illusion of perfection that and all the shoulds and all the high standards, I feel that one thing is really important to understand is that as long as you're in the human experience and you share that human experience with others, you will never be perfect. And it is okay. You will never be perfect. Your mom will never be perfect. Your neighbor will never be perfect. Your boss will never be perfect. Your kids, your dogs. Nobody's ever gonna be perfect because it's not how it is meant to be. And it is all okay. Um, I find that chasing for perfection and high standards usually bring people in a place of whether it's anxiety or sadness or self-judgment, and it actually usually diminishes their performance instead of making them better. I've seen that a lot with my clients working on anxiety disorders, especially. Um, so, in my own experience, I've had to face my own imperfection with my English. I was like, okay, I'm gonna launch a vlog in English, knowing that my English is not perfect at all, knowing that sometimes I'm looking for my words. More often than not, my pronunciation is not the best. But if I would have waited, okay, I'm gonna wait, I'm gonna take more English classes, I'm gonna wait till I travel more, then all the videos I've shared so far would never have reached anybody. And I bet I would still be stagnating and believing that I'm not good in English. So instead, what I did is I said, okay, my English is imperfect, and it is okay. Let's launch that blog. And there was actually a twist in my view, not only of my English, but also of the whole concept of imperfection. A few days ago, when I had a talk with a girl named Claudia, that's from Quebec too. I met her in Hawaii here, and I could see she had the same English accent as me, and I shared like, okay, I find it a little hard sometimes to express myself fluently in English, and she was like, well, it is okay. And also find that people from Quebec, because I'm French Canadian, people from Quebec usually have a cute accent that most people like to hear, and I was like, whoa. And that made me realize that not only our imperfections are to be accepted and embraced as being there, but it can also be seen as a display of our own uniqueness, kind of our own color. And instead of going toward this perfection, they can be seen as this beautiful head up uniqueness that we have for ourselves, or that we may share with others. And that view of changing the view of imperfection to a sense of uniqueness makes a whole lot of difference in our life and keep us from being blocked. The whole idea of showing a perfect image also can influence our relation with others. Let's say if I was to put on makeup, make sure I'm always perfect before I do this video, then I would project an image of some kind, an illusion of some kind of perfection. And then when people see an illusion of perfection in front of them, some of them will be threatened or feel belittled by this illusion of perfection. Or they might say, okay, this person is so perfect, she must be perfect in all aspects of her life. And then idealization appear. And you know what? Idealization is not the best for anyone. Because for the person who idealized, then at one point their illusion is gonna have to break because it's not what's real. And for the person who is idealized, it takes a lot of effort to keep on feeding and maintaining that illusion of perfection. So for me, it's really important to, in my video, in my everyday life, to share my imperfection and my vulnerability with others. And I feel that the more I do it, the more people actually open up, because they realize, oh, okay, this guy's imperfect and he's okay with it. So maybe I can be imperfect and vulnerable around him too. And that brings a lot of pressure down for people, and they usually open up a lot more. So my final word for this video is, to hell with perfection. Let's all be perfectly imperfect together. Mahalo. Have a nice day. I love you all.